Hello and welcome. We're Matt and Sai, co-founders of Strongband, and this is your phase 2 workout C. So this workout is part of our full 8-week total beginner strength training program. So we recommend you do everything that's before this workout up until now, and we'll link more information in the description below. But also you can do this as a standalone workout if you like.
All right, so we will be using our Strongband resistance bands. You can use any long loop band for that, but just to tell you what we're getting on with, so we have our laser line band, which goes from around 3 kilograms to 7 kilograms of resistance, depending on how much you stretch it. And then we have our power pink band, which goes from around 6 to 12 kilograms, depending on how much you stretch it. We also have a chair that you can use for support, and a pillow or cushion, which we'll be using, but you can use any household object for this. I've got a water bottle, and we've got our exercise mats as well.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing the beginner standard version of the exercises, so you can follow along with me for those.
And I'll be doing the progression, so you can follow along with me for those.
All right, guys, let's get into the warm-up.
Okay guys, we are starting with our scapular circles. So let's bring our shoulder blades up, forwards, down and back. We're drawing nice big circles, and you can just ease into this one and build through the next few reps. Just really noticing how your body's feeling. Do a couple more going in this direction. All right, and let's reverse. We're going up, back, down, forwards. So you can start a little bit squarey just to make sure you're getting every part of the movement in, and then try and make them nice, smooth, big circles. And the aim is to keep the rest of the body still. We're just bringing that good movement in through the shoulder blades. All right, one more, all the way around. All right, we're going into our shoulder joint and socket next. I'm gonna use my Power Pink Strongband.
And I'm just gonna stick with body weight for this one.
So I'm just holding right at the end of the band, and then we're going to lift our arms up as high as we can and then bring them around us all the way back and then reverse. Again, try and keep that body nice and centered, and try and keep your arms nice and even as well. We're going to do 5 each way. Just take normal breaths in and out through the nose here. 2 more of these. Keep checking in. And last one each way. Just get a good stretch through the chest and shoulders here. All right, you can put your band to the side if you're using that, thank you. We're going into some hip circles. So standing with your feet just a little bit wider than hip width apart, having your hands on your hips. We're just going to go into circles. We'll start fairly small as you're just sussing out how it feels. And if that feels comfortable and you're ready for a deeper stretch, you can just bring the hips into a bigger circle all the way back, to the side, forwards. We'll do a few more this way. Just feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings, particularly when your hips go back and over in the sides. Okay, one more, and then reverse, going the other way.
Feeling good.
We'll do a couple more. All right, last one round. Okay, we're going into our forward folds next. So you can bring your feet slightly inwards, just under the hips. And then from here, we're going to tuck our chin and then slowly roll and round the upper back. You can keep your hands on your thighs and roll down, roll and round the middle of the back, the lower back and the hips, and then come back up. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. We're just bringing some good movement in through our spines here. So tucking the chin, rounding the upper back, the middle back, the lower back and the hips, coming as low as you can control, and back up. All right, we're just gonna do one more of these. Tucking the chin, rounding the upper back, the middle, the lower, and just check in with yourself. Knees as bent as you need to, and then coming back up. All right, and we're just gonna end our warm-up with our air squats.
So I'm going to be using a chair to support me with this one. So grab a chair if you feel as though you need that.
And if you're comfortable doing it without a chair, you can just follow along with me. So bringing your feet slightly wider and hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out. We're just gonna sink our hips back, bend our knees, control it down, and then push the floor away. Keep your back nice and straight, just moving within your pain-free range of motion here. We're gonna go for 6 reps, so we've got 3 more. And see if you can get that little bit lower for the last couple. Really feel it across your whole foot on both sides. Final one. Did I have an extra one?
Maybe.
And that's it. All right, warm up done. We're gonna get into the main workout.
We are nice and warmed up. We're going to get into our first exercise, which is our lateral squat. So I'm going to be using the chair for support for the standard version. Sai is on her laser line band, so pick your poison and let's get into it. We're going to start on our right side, so our right leg is going to be doing the work here. As you can see, the chair is about an arm's length away from me, and I'm just going to be kind of having my fingertips on it. You can hold on to it for as much support as you need to, particularly when you're starting out. We're thinking of sending our butt back and down as we drive our right knee out over our toes, sit as low as you can, and then push the ground away to come back up, driving those hips forward into this nice wide stance position. We're going to go for 12 reps on this side, and then we'll swap sides to the left. Now we really want to focus on driving that knee out over the toe for the entirety of the rep, and you'll feel your side of your glutes, your glute medius muscle working here. And then in terms of what we're doing with the left leg, I'm not sure you can see too much, but I'm actively driving my big toe and inside of the heel into the floor for some additional support. You'll feel it in the inside of the left thigh. If you feel like 3 more. If you feel like those toes on the left side are going to pick up a bit, that's absolutely fine as well. Is this last one?
Last one.
Flew by. Okay, shake the legs out if you need to, or you can stay exactly where you are, and we'll shift into our left side. Are you ready?
Oh, just give me 1 moment to set up.
Nope, we're going now. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Sit back and down into that left side, and then drive the ground away to come back up. So that left knee is out over the left toes, and then you're back up. And now you can see that that right leg stays long. I'm driving it into the floor for some additional support. But if it starts to pick up like so, then that's absolutely fine. Just go to a depth that feels comfortable for you, even if that's up here. Nice, shorter range of motion to get confident with the movement. And then as you feel like you open up into the hip a little bit more over the coming weeks, you can get a little bit deeper through.
We've got 2 more.
It's going so quick. Hopefully for everyone as well.
That's it.
That's it. All right, slowly make your way up, and we are into our banded rotations. I'm gonna get on the laser line, Sai's on her progression with the power pink. Everybody find your strong band logo, and that is what we're gonna be stepping on to start. So left foot directly on that strong band logo, and then as you pull the band up, you should see that the numbers line up together. So 1s with 1s, 2s with 2s. I'm gonna be holding onto the 1 that's on the inside of my right hand, and then the 2 is on the inside of my left hand. We're gonna come to just outside shoulder width stance, so you've got a nice stable base. Bend those knees ever so slightly, and then we're taking the band round and up, follow it with your gaze, and then control it back down to the left. So what we're doing here is really using that core to twist and rotate through, and then control the band back. So we want to keep those hips fairly fixed in place here. Then they may want to help out a little bit, but we just want to focus on that core rotation here. How we doing, Si?
This is hard. You'll also feel it in your shoulders, so they are working, but we want that movement, like Matt said, to really initiate and be deep in the core here.
Were you able to count at the same time?
I think this is 7. We've got 5 more.
No way. That's
think
at
we did
least
more?
10. Should you do one more for good luck?
Let's do one more.
There we go, relax there. Okay, we're swapping sides. Si's regretting saying she'll do the progression today. And then we're just gonna swap our hands as well. So now my right hand is on the 2s, my left hand is on the 1s. Both numbers are inside our grip. Bend those knees, brace the core, and let's go for it. So it's like we're sending straight arms up and round to, if you're doing it inside, it's kind of like the corner of the room where the wall meets the ceiling, I like to think. And you can follow your hands with your gaze as well. And remember, we're really focused on the core here. Even if those shoulders are talking to you, keep thinking I'm rotating with my core. I'm using my core strength.
This is 9.
Good, guys, last 2 here. Hold outside, last one. And relax there.
Woo!
Well done. Okay, we are into our glute bridges now. So we're gonna come down to our mats. This is where I'm gonna use my pillow and Si's gonna use her water bottle. And we'll come into a standard glute bridge position. So you're bringing your heels in towards your butt, about 1.5 feet away. This is really gonna help us get into the glutes. And then I'm taking my pillow, as you can see, I've folded it up in half, and then I'm putting it in between my knees. So we have our knees still hips width apart. So if we have a nice thick pillow, but it pushes our knees out this wide, that's not gonna be ideal. We want that hips width position. I didn't realize you were using the band as well, Si.
Progression.
Okay, so lying back, make sure those feet are firmly planted. Lower back is driving into the floor. And then we're not actively squeezing the object in between our knees. It's just useful for feedback for the muscles inside our thighs so they switch on. And you might even be feeling that now. So our adductor muscles on the inside of our thighs are doing a little bit of work to stabilize us here. We ready?
Ready.
Tuck that tailbone, drive the hips to the ceiling, and then lower back down through the mid, lower back, and then tailbone for 1. We're going 12 reps here. 2, 3, 4, just staying long through that spine. Think about extending through the crown of your head. Lower back in contact with the floor at the end of each rep.
This is 8 here.
So again, you're feeling a little bit of contraction and tension in the inside of the thighs, but we don't have to actively squeeze too hard.
Final 2.
Last
All right.
one.
Is that not it?
Oh, maybe I did one more. Okay. Slowly make your way up. Put your pillow or object off to the side, and we are into our arm work.
Woo.
So we're getting into our bicep curls to start. I'm going to be on the laser line band. You're going to find your strong band logo, place it on the floor, and I'm stepping on the outside of the ones. So the ones are on the inside of my feet, and I'm also grabbing outside the ones at the top. So the ones are inside my hands. Elbows in place at your sides, keep them glued there, and then we're going to curl the band up towards our shoulders, lower back down into full extension of the arms. We're going 12 reps again. So what we want to try to avoid is the arms swinging back and forward too much. This just takes it out of the bicep a little bit and into the shoulders. So by keeping those elbows fixed in place, we can really focus on the bicep doing the work here. If you feel like there is a lot of swinging, maybe just scale it back in terms of your progression a little bit.
3 more here.
Feeling good, Si?
Feeling good. Woo. Last one.
And bring it down there. Well done, guys. All right, we are into our half kneeling tricep extension. So take your time getting into this exercise, particularly if you're just starting out. We're gonna find our strong band logo and we're gonna come down into our half kneeling position. Now with that strong band logo, you've created this nice loop here. You're just gonna throw it next to your back foot, and then you can use that chair for support if you like. You're just gonna step into the loop you've created. So now your band is hooked around your ankle, like so. Show you from the side here, like that, okay? Once you're in that position, you're gonna line up the ones at the top of your band. Don't worry if the band starts to come up towards your knee like this at this stage, that's absolutely fine. Once you've got those numbers, you're gonna go for an overhand grip. So my thumb is facing out and down towards the floor. And then you're just gonna take that band back. It's now hooked around your ankle, and you're gonna bring that elbow up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Now you can take that hand away or keep it placed on the chair. I like to place it on my core here for stability. And then we're gonna take the band and pull it up towards the ceiling or the sky and lower back down. You'll notice that we're trying to keep our elbow in place here, so we're not taking it out to the side. Again, this just helps keep it in the muscle we want to work, the tricep muscle in the back of your arm. We're going for 12 reps here.
6 there.
And it helps to keep a little bit of tension through the glute. So I'm squeezing my right glute muscle and then placing my hand on my core to keep my rib cage down. If we start to flare back,
last one here.
Just puts too much pressure in the lower back. Relax there, slowly bring it down, and we're gonna swap sides. So unhook from that back leg. Again, take your time with this as you need to. And then find that progress line at the top. Take the band back, make sure it's secure around your ankle. When you're ready, we're gonna go for 12 again. Drive up to the ceiling and lower back down for 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that glute is squeezed, giving you a nice strong base. Make sure we've got core braced, rib cage isn't flaring up too much, and we keep those toes tucked at the back for some added stability and security with the band as well.
Final 2.
Oh yes. That's it, last one. And relax there, guys, well done. Slowly make your way up. Grab a drink for this break, and then we're gonna get into round 2.
That was the first round done, guys. It's going quick.
Feeling good?
Feeling good, yeah. Definitely a big challenge for some of them.
With the pink.
With the pink.
Yeah.
Those, the core rotations are definitely at my limit. What about you? How are you getting on?
Yeah, the laser lime is a good level for these. And then I think really taking your time to get confident at each level. So not feeling rushed to progress either onto the next progress line or the next band is going to be really important, particularly with these exercises that can be a little bit more dynamic. So like moving through the core rotations, the lateral lunge, things like that.
Got to build that good form and mind-muscle connection first before upping the resistance.
We're stalling, guys, to give you more time to rest, but I think we have to get into round 2 now.
All right, let's go for it. Right, can I have the laser line, please?
No.
Okay, we are going back into our lateral squat. So if you're doing the progression with me, we're just gonna find our strong band logo and step into it. So I've hooked it around my right foot and I'm holding onto progress line 7. So I'm just doing an underhand grip just under progress line 7 here to get that resistance. Okay, from here, make sure you've got that nice wide stance. We're going to bend that right knee, drive the hips back, control it down, and push the floor away. We are going for 12 reps here. Make sure that knee is traveling over the toe, so that second and third toe in particular. And like Matt said, don't worry if you're not getting super low to begin with. This is all about building that good form. Nothing should feel painful here. And you should be building that mind-muscle connection. Really think about how the body's feeling. Good stuff. Keep that good control.
We've got 3 more this side. This is 10. 11.
Last one here. All right. Bring that band down and release. We're going into the other side. So just take that loop round to the other side, and then I'm holding just below the 7s with my right hand this time. All right, let's go for it. 12 reps. Really bring the hips back and down, bending at the knee. And when you're driving away, really drive through that left side, and that right foot there is just for support there. You should get a really nice stretch going through that leg that's straight. Keep that focus, keep checking in, knees over toes. And make sure you're keeping those hips nice and square.
Final 3.
Great stuff, guys. Last one here.
Yes.
Woo!
Relax
All right.
there.
Okay, next up we're going into those core rotations.
Give me that back.
All right, you know what's coming. Let's get set up. So we're gonna find our strong band logo, and we're gonna step into it with our left side. Sorry, we're not mirroring you for this one. A little bit of a
Scandalous.
brain challenge. Okay, so stepping into that logo, and then you're gonna line up your numbers, and we've got that underhand grip, and I'm just gonna hold with my right hand just above number 1 there. Feet about hip width apart, slightly wider, and we're gonna have that slight bend in the knee. All right, we're gonna start with our hands just over that left hip, and we're gonna initiate this movement with the core. You ready, Matt?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
No, okay, let's go for it. Rotate round and control it back.
That was expert stalling. And is everyone ready?
You sure you're ready? All right, guys, this is the last time we're doing this. Really go for it. Really use those obliques, our sides, to bring us round. And then as we come back, we're resisting. That band's gonna wanna snap us back in. We're slowing that movement down with our core. Woo!
This is the last one this side.
Great stuff. All right, have a little rest. And we're going into the other side. So stepping into that logo. Make sure your numbers are still lined up. And then just grabbing it with your left hand just under those 1s. All right. You've got it over.
I have it 1s and 2s, yeah.
Okay, now I'll stick to
what you know.
Stick to what I'm doing there. All right.
Ready?
Ready. Let's go for it. Using those obliques, getting that full rotation while trying to keep those hips nice and square. And then really resist against that band coming down here. You've got this.
That's 9. We got 3 more. 1, 2,
Final one, guys.
3.
Woo!
Relax there.
All right, 2 down, 3 to go. We're going into our glute bridges with our squeezers next. So I'm using the resistance band to add a bit of more challenge into this one. So if you want to use your band, what we're gonna do is we're gonna loop it over 1 foot, make sure the lines, the band's nice and straightened out, and then loop it into the other foot, right in the middle of your foot to make sure it doesn't slip off, and then we're gonna pull at the band over our hips. Now, I do not necessarily recommend using a bottle, but you can use whatever you might have. Just make sure you've got it nice and secure in between your knees here. Yoga block works well, cushion, last resort is the bottle.
bottle of wine.
Let's get into it. So placing your object just between your knees, bringing your heels towards your hips here, and we're gonna make sure our lower back's nice and pressed against the floor here. And when we're ready, we're gonna lift the hips up, very gently feel the object between our legs and control it back down. Lifting up and controlling it down. So we want our glutes to be doing most of the work here and our adductors, so the muscles on the inside of our hips here. All right, guys, keep pushing up, controlling down, and check in on that lower back, so it should be nice and flat on the floor after every rep.
We got 3 to go.
Keep checking in, that nice squeeze at the top. Last one here.
This is it.
Squeeze and control it back down. All right, we are done with those bridges. So when you come out of this, just grab the band, pull it back over and relax there. Okay, into our bicep curls. Last 2 upper body exercises.
The gun show.
We're gonna find our strong band logo, step into the outside of the ones. Now, if you want a bigger challenge with this one, you can start working down the progress line. So, you know what? I'm gonna step it up a little bit this round.
I'm gonna do that too.
Nice. And we're just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna go to progress line 2. So I'm just holding the band just after progress line 2 there. All right, let's go for it. So keeping your elbows just by your side, slight bend in the knee, core nice and strong. We're gonna lift our hands up and control it back down. Nice. So keep that tension. That band's gonna wanna snap you back, resist, keep it nice and controlled on the way back. You've got this, make sure you're not moving through the body. We're only moving through our elbows here.
That's 10, we're going 2 more.
Final 2. And last one, bring it up and control it back down. All right, we're going into those tricep extensions. Okay, coming into that half kneeling position, you're gonna find your strong band logo, line up the ones there, and then you can just throw it back and then just hook it around your foot there. And then make sure the numbers are lined up on the front as well. And I'm just gonna hold it underhand grip above that progress line 1. All right. And then you can just dig your toes into the floor, make sure you're in a nice strong position. If you want, you can add some extra cushion under that knee to make it more comfortable. All right, elbow nice and high. We're gonna straighten that arm out and control it down. Now this is a good stability challenge as well. So as well as working through our triceps, we are really stabilizing that shoulder joint as well. You've got this, guys. I think this is halfway.
Yeah. We're getting better at counting, I think.
I think we are.
Over these last 8 weeks.
Apart from my wishful thinking for the core rotations. Okay, nearly there.
Final
Start
2.
to feel that burn. Last one here. Woo! All right, and we're going straight into the other side, and that is all our strength work done. Last big push here. So make sure your numbers are still nice and lined up. Underhand grip just above that 1. And again, if you did want to progress this, you can just hold it a little bit lower down, so on the 2 or the 3. But for me, this is a good challenge already. Okay, elbow nice and high. Let's go for it. Extend that arm there. And I like to just put my hand across my stomach here, just holding onto the bottom of my ribs, just to remind me to keep that core nice and strong. Everything else stays nice and still. Great work, guys. You've got this. Keep that elbow nice and high.
We have 3 to go.
Nearly there. Woo! Final one. And control it back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, nice work.
All right, strength work done, guys. We're gonna finish with a little stretch. We're doing our pigeon pose. So Sai's gonna be doing the progression version on the ground, and I'm gonna be using the chair for my seated pigeon. And we're just gonna hold for a minute each side. So all I'm gonna be doing for my pigeon is crossing one ankle over the opposite knee, flexing my toes on this top leg, and then I like to hold on to my toes like so, gently pulling them up as I use this other hand to press this knee down just as much as feels comfortable for me. And then I'm gonna slowly start to send my butt back, chest nice and proud as I hinge forward. How's yours feeling, Sai?
It's feeling good. So if you're doing this progression on the floor with me, the more parallel we have our shin with our hips, the harder this is going to be. So find an angle that feels good for you. And then you can start hinging at the hips here to get a bit of a deeper stretch.
Most important thing here is just to breathe and try and relax into the stretch. If it feels really tense and stiff and we tell ourselves that it is, our body won't want to relax. So we just need to remind it that it's safe, that it can relax here, and that should open up the hip a little bit more. Final big deep breath on this side. And release. Slowly make your way up out of the stretch, and we're just gonna swap sides. What would it look like with your one if they were kind of just starting with that? What would the...
If you were just starting with it, you can bring your heels a little bit further back so you've got more of an angle on with that knee that's in front, and then you can keep your hips lifted. So the more advanced you get and the more flexible you get, those hips sink down so that your glute nearly touches the floor, but you can keep it high and work your way into that greater depth with this.
And you could even slide a pillow under that other side to support you.
You definitely can, yeah.
All right, let's hold here, guys. Each side might be different, one compared to the other. That's absolutely fine. We're usually tighter on one side compared to the other. So whatever your depth is this side, you're just gonna come into that, we call it comfortable position, maybe not quite comfortable, but one you're confident in. Nice deep breaths. Did a lot of hard work today, so you can breathe, relax, give yourself a mental pat on the back. And just be here before you move on to the next task in your day. Final deep breath in this position. Slowly make your way up. Big smiles all around. Well done, guys, you did it.
Woo!
Great work. See you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, tag a friend, like, share and subscribe. It really helps us to keep going and reach more people. And if you'd like to get your very own Strong Band resistance band, visit our website on www.thestrongband.com.